Everyone knows the Titanic struck an iceberg. But what if that wasn't the whole story? More than a century later, historians are still uncovering details that make the disaster even more mysterious. This is the hidden story behind the Titanic. On April 10th, 1912, the RMS Titanic left Southampton, England, on what was supposed to be the greatest voyage in history. It was the largest passenger ship ever built, a masterpiece of engineering. The newspapers called it the Ship of Dreams. Many people even believed it was practically unsinkable. The passengers represented every level of society. Some were among the richest people on Earth. Others were immigrants hoping to begin new lives in America. No one imagined the journey would become one of history's greatest tragedies. For the first few days, everything went perfectly. The weather was calm. The ocean looked peaceful. Too peaceful. On the night of April 14th, multiple ships sent warnings about dangerous ice fields ahead. Several radio operators passed those warnings to the Titanic, but the ship continued at nearly full speed. Some historians believe the crew underestimated the danger. Others argue they wanted to maintain the schedule and demonstrate the ship's speed. Just before midnight, lookouts spotted an iceberg directly ahead. They rang the warning bell. Iceberg right ahead. The officers immediately tried to turn the ship, but it was too late. The iceberg scraped along the ship's starboard side. From above, the damage appeared surprisingly small. Many passengers didn't even realize anything serious had happened. But below the waterline, 6 compartments were ripped open. The Titanic had been designed to survive flooding in 4 compartments, not 6. The ship's chief designer, Thomas Andrews, inspected the damage. His conclusion was devastating. The Titanic would sink within hours. As the crew prepared the lifeboats, another tragic problem became clear. There weren't enough lifeboats for everyone on board. At the time, maritime regulations were outdated. The number of lifeboats required depended on a ship's size under old rules, not on the total number of passengers it carried. Many lifeboats were also launched only partially filled during the confusion. As panic spread, the ship's musicians continued playing to calm the passengers. Crew members guided women and children toward the boats. Some refused to leave their families. Others gave up their seats so strangers could survive. Then, at 2:20 a.m., the Titanic disappeared beneath the Atlantic Ocean. More than 1,500 people lost their lives in the freezing water. For decades, the wreck remained lost. Many believed it would never be found. Then, in 1985, an expedition finally located the Titanic nearly 12,500 feet below the ocean's surface. The ship had broken into 2 massive sections. Personal belongings still rested on the seafloor. Shoes, suitcases, dishes, even unopened bottles. Frozen in time for more than 70 years. The discovery answered many questions. but created new ones. Researchers continue studying the wreck today. Some believe poor decisions caused the disaster. Others point to design flaws. Still others argue it was simply a tragic chain of unfortunate events. Whatever the truth, the Titanic became more than a shipwreck. It became a symbol of human ambition, confidence, and the devastating cost of believing that technology could conquer nature. More than 100 years later, the Titanic still rests silently beneath the Atlantic Ocean. Its greatest secrets may never fully surface. If you could visit the wreck, what would you want to discover first?